It was Sen who lost out to CISSE in the quarterfinal by 18 points to 6.
CISSE's had a fantastic year this year. He's fought a lot and he's won a lot.
Yeah, and he's a confident chap, and it's always entertaining to see him. I'm not sure we're going to see too much defence here.
Well,
but then you never know, do you? We were just talking about Latela Mohammed, and the last meeting was 20 points to 10, and then they just fought that fight. So, you know, every fight is on its own merits.
Yeah, it's different. Even sometimes it can be, you can have one strategy until the match starts, everything might change.
Yeah. Well, CISSE does a little dance there with one leg up high, some sort of weird dance just to celebrate that he got a point and just letting his opponent know that he scored early on.
OUESLATI's legs are so long. I've seen him catch, go on a couple of times. Go on 40. He was out of the distance, and his legs are almost like a telescope, just stretched out.
Yeah. And there you see, you know, reached that distance easily, wasn't it?
Oh, it was a nice punch.
Oh, good punch there, and the punch is one of those moves. We haven't mentioned that today, but it's certainly, in fact, there's another point for CISSE, and he's starting to open up a little bit. Well, the punch is something that is being scored a lot more readily than it was in the past.
I think big punches like that definitely deserve rewarding. That was the timing, the power, everything was there. It was a good punch.
Yeah, and there's a punch which, yes, that gets rewarded also. And rightly so. Well, what's going on here? There's definitely, these two know each other well. I'm sure they don't, you know.
That was another one.
OUESLATI's 19 years old, CISSE is 22 years old, so they probably didn't fight at junior level. But OUESLATI, since really coming into the seniors, they fought each other 3 times.
And big punches.
4 all. And a king go. I'm not sure what that's for. Oh,
I think it's for he did a hook kick in the clinch, and the referees don't really like that at the minute, so they're trying to take that out.
Well, yeah, a lot of people are saying that, you know, we were talking about the hook kick earlier, and they're saying that it's not really taekwondo, it's a bit of a backdoor move, and it's a bit sneaky that, you know, you're supposed to front up to your man and beat him that way.
It is, but also the argument to that is, if there's enough power in the such a body armor, then what do you say is a kick? What do you say isn't a kick? So I think there's arguments for both. I personally don't like it, but I think there's a lot of other kicks I don't like as well.
No, I do tend to agree there that, you know, Calio hasn't been called. There was the head kick. OUESLATI, well, both of these athletes looking very comfortable. We're still only in the first period. 11 points on the board. Yes.
He's another one who's had a really good day today, I think. I've not really seen him in the Grand Prix that I've been at, but this one is turned up today and he's really performing well.
Well, he's not done a lot, has he? He's 7 points to 4 up. World rank number 13. He's the lowest ranked athlete out of the 4 semi-finalists here. Won 4 events this year, though. Really has come onto the scene with a bang this year. And CISSE, well, he won the Moscow Grand Prix, won the African Championships, was silver medalist in the Turkey Grand Prix event. So he's getting always up there. And, well, this is going to be entertaining because, you know, all right, it might say 7-4 on the scoreline, but you can be pretty sure that both of these are going to be getting 14, 15 points, maybe more by the end of it. There's a lot more taekwondo. All right, now, was that the sneaky one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. That should be taken off. That was like stealing out of his back pocket, wasn't it? That was a very naughty one. So here we go, second period. And yeah, well, they have fought 3 times already this year, and they both seem to be. There isn't a lot of defence going on, to be truthful, is there?
CISSE's come out to try and get his points back.
Yeah,
he's really aggressive since the start of this round.
Yes, both are seriously just thinking of how they're going to score points.
I can see a punch coming in soon, I think.
Punches have scored well in this bout, haven't they? And just have a little breather here. As I said earlier, one of the things you just don't realise is how much effort every kick, every defence mover takes, and it might only be 3 periods of 2 minutes, but that 2 minutes is incredibly intense.
And it gets even more tiring when you're not getting a reward for it. You see, CISSE's worked for almost a minute there, and he's not got a reward for it yet.
Yeah. The fitness levels of all these athletes are just quite incredible. I was watching some videos earlier on the big screens here. They have brilliant entertainment all the way through the day, and watching some of the
it's close.
Some of the videos of the training sessions that you guys do.
Yeah.
My, it's painful.
It is, but that's what makes you be able to come out here and compete.
Yeah, yeah. Because that's what your opponents are doing. You've got to be there. There's another punch which, well, didn't give that one. And CISSE.
He's almost snuck back into this match. CISSE,
you're absolutely right.
Kind of out of nowhere, it's back to 7-7.
Yeah, just like in stealth mode there, wasn't he? There was no big head kick, just a couple of body shots. We didn't even notice the score just move up. 7 points apiece. OUESLATI hasn't scored in this period so far. Both athletes, you can just having a little breather. Ooh. And that was a tight kick. Remember, they've had something. This is a tough event. The -80 kilogram category. You know, the athletes all the way through this. You know, I'm just looking down the list. You know, you got Albert Gon, Trebelsi, Lopez, Guelic. Like, you know, what an athlete he is. Yeah. CISSE is in here, of course. Aaron Cook, Samson, Yunus Sari, tremendous athlete. Latela, of course, is in here. Anton Kotkov, he's not even in the top 8 seeds. Yeah. And, you know, he is an incredible. He's just not fought for a while. Doesn't have the ranking, so he's coming as a lower ranked athlete.
It's really
and he's a man who could win this.
Yeah, really competitive division at the minute.
Yeah. So, yeah, just looking down that list, absolutely incredible. And these guys have had 3 tough fights each to get here, and I think we're just seeing that, you know, it has been a tough road to get here.
Yeah, definitely. And then you're talking about the 3 tough fights today. A lot of these would have fought last week, 2 weeks before. So now you're getting to the back end of the year, all that will start building up.
Yeah. It's almost like in the days when, you know, you remember when Taekwondo didn't used to be seeded. And I remember here in 2008, and, you know, in fact, basically where these guys are fighting now, Aaron Cook had 3 fights in a row where he fought the world #1 in the first round, the world champion in the second round, and the silver medalist from the Olympic Games in the third. So by the time he got to the 3rd round, he was dead on his feet. And in effect, they all beat each other up, and we ended up with a final with 2 lower ranked athletes because they were all so gone. So at least that's one thing that has changed in recent years with Taekwondo. They've brought in a good seeding system, a proper world ranking, and now it isn't just a random draw. You do get typically the best athletes through. And this one's just gone a little bit quiet. Well, there you go. I think I've done a commentator's curse on this, because I said, well, both of them were probably going to have 14-15 by the end of it. And here we are. We've only had 3 points from the end of the first.
I think the way OUESLATI is fighting is clashing and trying to cancel this game out a little bit and use that leg length he's got to pick CISSE off when he is caught at the end of his legs. Yeah.
Well, the onus is on OUESLATI to make the move here. He's a point down. CISSE has a yellow card against him though, so only one Kyungo would bring this level. We had a lot of golden points yesterday.
One of them sneaky kicks. It'll be interesting to see if the ref took it off.
The ref gave it. I think that was more okay because he kicked as he came in. Whereas the other one, what's going on?
He wasn't already in the clinch when he did it, so
Well, we're just going to have now. I wonder if one of the officials had their hand up in the air. Now I wonder whether they may be saying, you know, that 1-pointer, you stopped it earlier. Do you want to? They may be debating. What do you think, Jordan?
I think they're doing exactly what we said. I think that one was a difficult one because they wasn't in the clinch, so there probably wasn't any holding going on. But it was a sneaky little flick, so I don't know. It's a hard one to call.
No, well, they've decided to go with it. I'm not surprised. You know, usually in Taekwondo, we're going to see a card now. Well,
I think the CISSE's coach is going to protest that, try and get that point took off.
Right, well, I just saw a holding manoeuvre. So I just saw the coach there pull back. So I think he's saying that the point was scored while he was being held. Yeah. And that's a valid. There's lots of things you can't use a card for these days, but
I couldn't even tell you what. I just point to my coach and say, put it up.
So he's saying he was holding him.
You see, what it was sneaky, but I have to watch it again.
Was he holding? Yeah, I need to see it again. Yeah, we need to just go back to that first particular manoeuvre, maybe from a different camera. We're trying to say he was holding as he kicked, so that 1 point scored for OUESLATI. Let's have a little look.
I don't think he was, but we'll just have to see.
The arm was there, and you can see possibly why the coach gave that.
Yeah,
I think this will be rejected. Yeah, absolutely. You can see why he played the card.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. I think it was a sneaky kick. It was, but like you said, they wasn't already in the clinch. Yeah. I don't think there was much holding going on, and
yeah. It was almost simultaneous, wasn't it? They were in the clinch, and he kicked at the same time. It wasn't the other one where they were holding each other and then he came in. Big punch and it scores! And has scored the opposite way. And OUSSLATI wants a card.
Now this time he's getting his took off.
Yeah. Thumbs up from the coach. Oh, lovely reaction there from the coach, because he 10-8. Yep, Kyungo gives another point to OUSSLATI.
Again, a nice punch. These guys have turned into boxes.
Wow, I don't think I've seen so many points scored. That must be point number 5 or 6.
The good thing is these are all clean punches. I have seen a few iffy punches scored in the past couple of tournaments, but they're big punches.
Yeah, and another one, and another point, 13-9, and OUSSLATI is going to town here with the punches. Well, I said it was maybe like a boxing fight earlier with CISSE dancing around the ring. Well, they're doing more punching than they're doing kicking at the moment. And OUSSLATI appeals to the referee saying, what's going on here? He's trying to punch me while we're in the hold. Still 13-10. I'm not sure. Kyungo for holding, was it there? Oh, it's close to the head kick. He wants a card, but he hasn't got a card to play now. Another kick from OUSSLATI. Oh, the head kick, does he score?
He walked onto that as he was trying to punch.
He scores.
Maybe one too many punches in a row there.
Well, and that's the risk you take sometimes. That he goes down, but he knew that he had a great chance of a head kick. The head was there to be taken. And now, that particular manoeuvre, here we see, got 1 foot hanging in the blue area. There's another Kyungo. Well, I remember Latolo Mohammed at the European Games when he lost his initial bout. He was almost in a situation where he was pushing his opponent out of the ring. It needs 5 red cards for disqualification, but he's got 3 against his name, and with only 8 seconds left, you get another Kyungo. He's happy. You know, this is one of the negative parts of Taekwondo, that he knows he can just keep going out and out the ring. Another Kyungo.
It is negative part of Taekwondo, but I can sit here myself and say that. But if you're in his position here, but now it's made it very interesting.
Now this, he can't go out because one more yellow card, and CISSE is going to win this. That was a controversial moment. The time is up on the clock. Oh my goodness. And OUSSLATI, well, maybe there's a little bit of mockery there of CISSE's entrance. I'm not sure if there's a bit of, African nations, 2 strong African nations.
He said it 40.
Yellow card against it. So he got the Gamjon, it was 4.5. He could easily have been 4 red cards, thinking, well, I just need to do 1 more and I'm okay. And then suddenly, which is what exactly happening